Hello people, IRCR Virus here, and today we're going to be talking about elements, okay? A little bit more about elements. Now, everything that you can see, everything that you can smell, anything that you can touch is all made of elements, even your own body, okay? Today we're going to talk a little bit about elements, and we're going to give you a couple questions, and I want you to answer those in the comments below. Answer your whole score, and then we'll see how much you understood, okay? So, let's jump into it.
It was a nightmare.
Activate.
Water, 35 liters. Carbon, 20 kilograms. Ammonia, 4 liters. Lime, 1.5 kilograms. Phosphorus, 800 grams. Salt, 250 grams. Saltpeter, 100 grams. Sulfur, 80 grams. Fluorine, 7.5. Iron, 5. Silicon, 3 grams. And trace amounts of 15 other elements.
What's that?
It's all the ingredients of the average adult human body, down to the last specks of protein in your eyelashes.
Okay, so what we got here is the periodic table. Now, all the elements that are known to humans are currently placed in the periodic table. Now, there's two main types of elements that you will find, and that will be metals and non-metals. From here, from the staircase, so this orangey section, the green, and the white section are all non-metals, including hydrogen over here. Everything else, apart from those, is all metals, okay? Now, moving on, take for instance, we got platinum. Platinum is a metal, okay? It can be used for jewelry because it doesn't corrode, it's very shiny, it's gonna last for a long time, it will retain its value, okay? It's not like making a chain out of iron, which is gonna be oxidized and gets all rusty in a couple of days. Now, platinum is also used for computer hard drive because it's a metal that it doesn't react readily with oxygen. It's not gonna corrode and it's not gonna destroy the information that is gonna be stored into the hard drive. It also conducts electricity, so in a way it's also good for computer components, okay? We also have implants, okay? Some implants like dentist implants are also made with platinum because it doesn't corrode, and as it sits in your mouth and there's constant contact with saliva and other substances, it needs to be able to retain its shape, and it needs to be able not to corrode, because obviously you will have something wrong with you in your gums or some sort of infection if that happens, okay? So platinum is also good for those. It's also malleable, so we can change it into different shapes, okay? Another thing that is used for is in pacemakers. Again, it is inside your body, so we need it not to react with whatever is inside your body. It doesn't corrode, and it also conducts electricity, making it perfect for a pacemaker. So some elements have different different properties altogether. Now, those could include physical properties, chemical properties, and some of the physical properties that we have in some of the metals, such as iron, nickel, and cobalt, is that they are actually magnetic. Not all metals are magnetic. These three are the main three that we normally come across: iron, nickel, and cobalt, okay? Those are the three most common magnetic elements that we encounter on a day-to-day basis. So, liquid at room temperature. Room temperature is between 20 to 22 degrees. Now, the metal that is in liquid at room temperature is a mercury. That's the only metal that you will find in a liquid state at that temperature, and the only non-metal that you will find as a liquid around that same temperature will be bromine, okay? Most of the other ones are either gonna be solid or they're gonna be gases, okay? Now, moving on from that, metals versus non-metals, okay? So typically, metals, when solids, they are very good conductors of electricity, they are very good conductors of heat, they're shiny, they have a high density, and they're malleable, okay? Malleable just means that you can shape them, okay? If you hammer them, you can shape them into different shapes, and that's pretty good. Now, the other thing is that the non-metals, on the other hand, they are poor conductors of electricity, they're poor conductors of heat, they're dull, they have low density, that means that they're very light, and they're also very brittle, okay? So if you hit them with a hammer, they're probably gonna break into little bits, okay? Okay, so now what we're going to do is that we're gonna present you with a couple of questions. Each question has a certain amount of marks, and what you can do is that you can pause the video and then write down your answers, and at the end we can calculate how many answers you got right, and we can calculate the percentage and see whether you understood or what information you managed to retain from today's video. Okay, so question number 1, name 3 magnetic elements. 1b, name 1 metal and 1 non-metals that is liquid at room temperature. Question number 2, identify each of the following element as a metal or a non-metal. For this, you're going to need a periodic table. You got oxygen, iron, calcium, fluorine, carbon, and potassium. Question number 3, use the information on the table to give us examples for the uses of metals and non-metals according to their properties. So for instance, we say that metals are very good conductors of electricity, that's why they are good for, and then you can give your examples, and so on and so forth. You can give 3 examples for the metals, or you can give 3 examples for the non-metals, or you can just do 6 of in any combination. Question number 4, can you identify the unknown element by its properties? This element is shiny, it conducts electricity, and is liquid at room temperature. Question number 5, platinum is a metal that is used for jewelry, pacemakers, computer hard drives, and dental implants. Explain which properties of platinum makes it ideal for these jobs and why. Yo, now that you got your answers, what you're gonna do is that you're gonna find out whether they're right or wrong. So what you're gonna do is that in the comments, you're gonna write down your percentage. In the description, I write down the actual answers. There's a link, you follow the link, you get the right answers, and you calculate your percentage. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna write down the amount of answers that you got right, divided by the total amount of marks available times 100. Right? Once you get that down, you write it down in the comments, and if you haven't even done that yet, I ain't got time for you. Like and subscribe. Peace.